citizens' recommendation and the working group's proposals that are now going to the plenary are ambitious. Some require a better enforcement of legislation, some require new legislation, and some proposals, a lot of them, require treaty change.
I think we as a parliament achieved a lot for us, ourselves, for the European Parliament, and especially also on the rule of law question, we achieved a lot. And finally, now with the idea to go for a convention, you said this, I think the major step is now in front of us, and this conference is now giving us a platform, the ramp now to do the next step. So I think we can be happy, not 100% like always in politics, but I think the outcome is finally, after all the efforts, a good one. So thank you so much.
Finally, we did it, and I think that we have to put in value. We got the opportunity to put in common this discussion with the European Parliament, National Parliament, Committee of the Region, stakeholders, civil society, trade unions, and individual citizens. And it's a great exercise.
C'était peut-être un moment rare, cette conférence pour le futur de l'Europe. C'était un moment qui nous permettait, un moment de respiration, qui nous sortait un peu des urgences, qui nous sortait des joutes politiques. Et je me disais, nous allons enfin trouver le temps de pouvoir poser tranquillement les questions qui se posent à nous pour le futur de l'Europe. La réalité, c'est que les urgences nous ont rattrapés pendant cette conférence, qu'après la crise sanitaire, nous avons la guerre maintenant au sein même de notre Europe, et que cela non seulement ne nous a pas empêchés de travailler, non seulement n'a pas démobilisé les citoyennes et les citoyens, mais au contraire, les ont dynamisés dans le fait de dire oui, nous avons besoin d'une Europe qui réponde aux crises que nous traversons maintenant.
And I think that also many proposals reflect an ambition to make a sense of the recent developments that we have on the ground in Ukraine and the terrible war in Ukraine.
Nous avons pour une part participé, alors le mot est peut-être un peu fort, mais quoique, à une invention d'une nouvelle démocratie au XXIe siècle. Celle qui n'oppose pas la démocratie représentative à une démocratie plus directe, plus participative, mais au contraire, qui se complètent l'une avec l'autre.
325 measures that we have on the table, I find really impressive. Even in my most optimistic moments a year or a year and a half ago, I would have not dared to dream that we get such good proposals, and that if you put citizens from all walks of life, of all age, from all EU countries together for a number of weekends, that they have such sharp analysis of the weaknesses of the Union, of what needs to be improved, and that they also manage to suggest such good fixes to that. I have to say I was utterly impressed in all the discussions that we've had in the working groups, in plenary, and so on.
Our distinct impression is that much less weight has been given to the recommendations and opinions expressed by the platform users compared to the final recommendations of the working groups here.
At one point during this conference, the Ukraine crisis, the tragedy we have seen in Ukraine, was used by some to seize the Kiev momentum in order to initiate more EU integration. I think that wasn't the meaning of the conference from the very beginning, and I think that the conference should have stayed out of this.
As the left, we are saying Europe must be social and democratic, or it will not exist, because the citizens are judging from this perspective. They have to be able to participate, and that leads that probably in the follow-up process we have to say yes, all these 305 proposals are worth to be integrated into the reflections where we need treaty change.
In my opinion, if I heard well the interventions of 5 groups who endorsed the proposals, and so that I can in the plenary express the support of the European Parliament for the conclusions.